Game 2 live and on the air here from McKee Field at Hayden Park, Western Michigan, looking for the sweep over the Miami RedHawks. Miami looking for their first win of this series as they try to keep Western Michigan from jumping above 500 in conference play. Kenton Egbert taking the mound for the RedHawks, and he will face off against a very similar-looking lineup for the Broncos here in game number 2. As the leadoff man, he will face off against Jackson Kitchen, the left fielder. And the first pitch home finds the inside corner for strike one. 2:58, our start time for game number 2. Temperature has risen up to the high 40s. And much more sunny here in game number 2. One snapped low from Egbert for ball 1. One misses up and in, 2 balls and a strike. Egbert on the mound for Miami, facing a lineup for Western Michigan that sees the same 9 guys in the order for the Broncos. Bit of a change in the order that they're hitting in, as that one comes in and hits Kitchen. Walked in his final 2 at-bats in game 1 after going hitless, and is now on base with his 3rd free pass of the day. The leadoff man aboard for the Broncos, Jackson Kitchen on base here in the top of the 1st. Will Morrison up to the plate for WMU. Center fielder in game 1 was 1 for 4. The hit by pitch and a single after an 0 for 3 start. He was caught stealing in the 9th. Squares to bunt. The pitch bounces low, gets in front of Tommy Harrison, and he's not going to have a play as that one rolls all the way out near the pitcher's mound. Kitchen wipes away the double play opportunity. And a runner into scoring position right away for the Broncos. Western Michigan got 2 into scoring position in the first inning of last game, but did not score a run. Their first runs would come in inning number 2. Morrison goes chasing up high on the 1-0. One ball, 1 strike to the Western Michigan center fielder, and he loops this one out into center field. Coming in on it, the catch made by McDonald for Miami. Had to hustle to get up to that ball. And the first out of the game recorded for Kenton Egbert. Gavin Doyle back in the 3 hole at third base for the Broncos. Runner on second, now 1 out. First pitch up high for ball 1 from Egbert, who's lost the hat for the second time. A looping breaking ball that finds its way over the outside half. One slides away. Doyle started to move his hands but held up. Gavin Doyle, 270 hitter, 1 for 3 with 2 walks and a single in game 1. Both times he was retired or on swinging strikeouts. Count even at 2-2. As the fastball from Kenton Egbert finds the corner. From the stretch. 3/4 swing that nearly went around for Doyle, but he holds up as the count runs full. Egbert set just above the belt for the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Doyle got a slight touch on that ball, but it falls into the glove of Tommy Harrison behind the dish, and that's the second out of the inning. Cade Sullivan up to the plate for the Broncos. Takes low for ball one. Cleanup hitter for Western Michigan. Hit a ball over 440 feet. A home run that ended his game with a bang in the ninth. Game number one. He was 2 for 5 in that game with a double and the home run. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 offering. Egbert trying to get out of the inning. Two outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Left side of the Miami infield's backed up a bit. On the right-handed swinger, Cade Sullivan. Team leader in home runs for the Broncos. But he chases up high on 2-2, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Kenton Egbert, allowing a leadoff base runner, but no problem. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. You're watching Love and Honor Live. Zero our score heading to the bottom of the first inning. Luke Thalen on the mound as the Broncos go for the sweep on the road over the Miami RedHawks. Brian Zapp inserted into the starting lineup. He will lead off for the RedHawks to top this order. Came in to pinch hit in the 9th inning of game number 1. Struck out in his 1 at-bat. Luke Thalen making his 5th start of the season. His last 2 appearances have come in the midweek games against Michigan State. One-0 to Zapp. Over the outside half, called strike 1. Thalen, the redshirt sophomore out of Caledonia, Michigan. 9.2 ERA on the season, 2.11 whip. Misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. 14 2/3 innings this year, 18 strikeouts, 20 walks. 2-1, paints the black on the outside. Thalen has not given up many hits, as the 2-2 is bombed out to deep left field, heading all the way back at the wall. Kitchen can't make the play. Zapp around first, and he will pull into second safely. A fly ball that just carried all the way out to the warning track. A long way to go to get there for Kitchen. And it's a leadoff double for Brian Zapp. That's just the third extra base hit this year that Thalen has allowed. Just the second double. Bunt is squared and pulled back. Cooper Weiss hitting second. Breath of fresh air for a Miami team that has really struggled to hit this ball this weekend. Just 3 hits in game 1. They were shut out yesterday. High outside corner sees a called strike on Cooper Weiss. 1-1, bunt is again squared, popped up, and it's caught behind the plate by Billick. Weiss got it off the top of the bat. And an unfortunate end to that at-bat for Cooper Weiss. Runner can't move up. And that will bring in David Novak. Gets the rest in the field after catching game 1. He will stay in the lineup as the designated hitter. In game 1, Novak 1 for 4 with a single in his final at bat. Swings through the 1-0 offering. Novak, first team All-MAC selection a season ago. And the 1-1 sent the opposite way, but foul. Opposite field double for Brian Zapp. He's in scoring position. 1 out in the bottom of the first. 1-2 to Novak. And it hit him on the back. Got away from Thalen. Nearly went behind Novak. Instead, that grazed the back of the numbers. And so that'll put runners on first and second. Rylan Zaborowski at the plate. First pitch called strike 1. Right on the outside corner. Zaborowski, a pretty lanky batting stance, and he sends this one sky high on the left side, moving over. Doyle runs out of room. That lands in the Miami bullpen. That ball was rocked by Zaborowski, but the launch angle straight up. And he's down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Zaborowski, called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Zaborowski frozen, 3 pitches, and he goes down. 2 gone in the inning. Parker Lester up to the plate. RedHawk first baseman walked twice in game 1, but was hitless, 0 for 2. Standing in the back part of the batter's box. Strike 1 called. Now the 0-1. He watches it low and in. One to Lester. That's over the outside corner for strike 2. Much more left-handed hitting in the lineup here in game 2 compared to game 1 for Miami. They've got 4 left-handed bats in the lineup to face it off against the righty Luke Thalen. 1-2. Fastball away, 95 miles an hour from Luke Thalen. 2-2 to Lester. Runners on the move. Pitch is low. Throw to third. It hits the shin of Zapp, who slides in safely, but Zapp is down in a heap on third base. That throw got him right off the side of the leg. Everybody's safe as that ball trickled into the outfield. But all eyes right now on Brian Zapp as he stands up and tries to flex out the leg. Trying to walk it off, being tended to by the staff. It's the right leg that Zapp is shaking off right now. Had that throw been a good one, it would have been a close play at third. Pitch was in the dirt, nothing to swing at for Lester. Zapp lost his batting helmet, has it in his hand right now, and continues to walk around on third base. Zapp puts the lid back on, and he's going to stay in the game. So full count, 2 outs. And 2 in scoring position. The pitch to Lester, and he got it off the end of the bat and sends that one deep foul. Out of play on the left side. Another payoff. And again, Lester gets a piece. Lester staying alive at 3-2. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Miami strands 2 in scoring position. Back-to-back strikeouts for Luke Thalen, and he gets out of the first. And we've got no score. 0-0 to inning number 2 here from McKee Field. You're watching Love and Honor Live. Top of the second inning from McKee Field. We are scoreless through 1 inning of play. Each team got a runner in scoring position. Miami actually got 2 of them, but neither team able to get across a run. 5, 6, 7 in the Western Michigan order coming up, and a first pitch breaking ball to Josh Swinehart is called a strike on the top part of the zone. Egbert returning to the mound for Miami, struck out 2 after allowing a leadoff base runner. This one golfed out into right field. Not much movement from Nate Stone out there. Now he will adjust towards the line and make the catch for out number 1. So light work for Kenton Egbert through 1 batter in the inning. Hit the leadoff man in the first, Jackson Kitchen, before retiring the next 3. Jimmy Allen, the batter for the Broncos. The shortstop moves up 1 spot in the lineup after hitting 7th in game 1. was 2 for 3 in the first game with a double, a run scored, a single, and a walk. Egbert's 83-mile-an-hour off speed is called strike one. 1-1 breaking ball misses in. Two balls and a strike to Jimmy Allen, senior out of Westmont, Illinois. 2-1 fastball in there for strike two. Now the 2-2. This one off the top of the bat, right side, moving over Lester. He runs out of room. Kenton Egbert on the mound for Miami is a pretty good strikeout pitcher, over a strikeout per inning. 33 coming into the game in 25 2/3. Had 2 in the first inning. Now has Jimmy Allen at 2-2. Infield backed up. 2-2 skied out to right, coming over on it, Stone reaching up to his side, and he makes the catch. 2 outfield putouts for Nate Stone. Both balls in the second have come his way.
Catcher, number 27, Greg Budig.
Greg Budig up to the plate. He hit a home run in game one. That was the game-winning hit. It came in the second inning. Takes outside for ball one. Budig in to catch for game two. We'll see if he goes the full distance. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0, that finds the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Budig has been a 27-inning guy in the lineup for every game of multiple series this year. Swinging at the 2-1, he comes up empty for strike 2. Egbert looking to go 1-2-3 for the first time. Budig stays alive as that ball clips his bat. Kenton Egbert working from the wind. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Egbert goes up high in the zone, and Budig can't connect. Third strikeout for the Miami right-hander, and he is clean through the second inning. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. You're watching Miami Baseball on Love and Honor Live.
fielder, number 19, McDonald.
Zach McDonald leading off for Miami in the bottom of the second inning. 0-0 between the RedHawks and Broncos in the series finale on this Sunday afternoon. Luke Thalen back on the mound. Escaped the first inning scoreless after allowing 2 into scoring position for Miami. Zach McDonald in center field once again. Was 1 for 2 in game 1 before being pinch hit for in the 9th. Ahead here 2-0. Did walk also in that first game. And the 2-0 pitch is spiked for ball 3. Red light was definitely on as that one flies down the middle for strike 1. No surprise there, as base runners have been hard to come by for the RedHawks this weekend, that they'd want to draw that walk. Big swing on the 3-1. Was back-to-back strikeouts to close out the last inning, but the 3-2 flies inside on McDonald for ball 4. First walk of the game from Thalen. He hit a batter in the first. That brings up Nate Stone, the right fielder for the RedHawks, who was 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field in game number 1, coming off the bench. Strike 1 on the inside corner. At third base, Doyle way off the line and also creeping in a little bit in case of the bunt. Now he's backed up. Stone leans away from the 0-1 offering. One pitch. This one skied out to straightaway center, backing up at short. And the catch is made by Allen. And so that's the first out of the inning. And Tommy Harrison now comes to the plate for Miami. Harrison came off the bench in game 1. He's behind the dish starting in game 2. First pitch lifted left side and out of play. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is wide. And McDonald will slide in safely with the stolen base. Third stolen base of the season for McDonald. Now over 50% on the year at 3 for 5. 0-2 to Harrison outside on the fastball. Harrison lays off, count 1-2. One-two pitch, that comes in, squeezed between the legs by Billick. He's to it quickly. And a count now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Sent aloft left side. Doyle giving chase. And that one ends up in the Miami bullpen. Two and 2 to Tommy Harrison. Freshman for the RedHawks out of St. Edward High School in Cleveland. 2-2 bounced in, ball 3. Harrison battling all the way back. .998 OPS in high school for Tommy. 179 hitter as a true freshman. 3-2 fought off. A bullet outside the stadium that time. Another 3-2. Ball 4. Good at bat from Tommy Harrison. Fought off a number of 2-strike pitches and works the walk to put runners on first and second for the RedHawks. Blake Buzzio coming to the plate. The 9-hitter playing at second base. First pitch to Buzzio, called strike 1. Buzzio has not played since the midweek game against Oakland. He's not recorded a hit since the previous game against Oakland the week before that. And he sends this one high in the air, in the infield, behind home plate. Budig shielding his eyes from the sun, and that one lands in the glove for out number 2. So both outs in the inning, and 3 of the first 5 in the game have been infield pop-outs for the RedHawks at the plate. Flips the lineup. Brian Zapp back up for the second time. Hit a double to left field his first time up. Well, looked like just kind of a lively fly ball. Ended up landing in the corner. It's very close to leaving the yard. First pitch swinging, popped up left side. Doyle going after it, and now slowing up as that ball gets beyond the reaches of the field. Oh, 1 to Zapp. 267 hitter. Squares to bunt and puts a beauty up the third base line, but it just rolls foul. That went about 50 of the 90 feet in fair territory before just catching a lace and trickling foul up the left side. Good idea, though, from Zapp to try and catch the infield off guard. They certainly were not expecting it, with Western Michigan having all their guys backed up in the normal spots. Oh, 2 to Zapp. Grounder over to short, fielded on the backhand, only play is to first, long throw, and it is in time for the out. Just in the nick of time to beat out Brian Zapp to first, and that retires the side in the bottom of the second inning. Again, the RedHawks threaten, get 2 men on, but can't scratch anything across. 0-0 as we head to the third on Love and Honor Live. No score in the top of the third from McKee Field. RedHawks with 1 hit. They've had 4 base runners, but no runs. Western Michigan at the top of their order saw Jackson Kitchen get on via hit by pitch, but other than that, nothing to speak of. Last 6 have been retired, including a 1-2-3 inning from Kenton Egbert in the second. 8-hitter Dylan Nevar up to the plate, and he takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. Nevar moved down in the lineup, was hitting 5th in game 1, down to the 8 hole. 0-1 slides away from Egbert that time, 2-0. Egbert wiggling the glove, the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Ivar got a piece there. Makes it 2-1. RedHawks move 3 on the right side of the infield. Ivar, one of the only guys they shift on. Egbert into the windup. The 2-1 up high for ball 3. Three and 1 to Dylan Ivar. Western Michigan hitless through 2. Kenton Egbert wants to get a new baseball. Three and 1. And the pitch. In there for strike 2, and the count was full. Egbert yet to walk a batter, yet to give up a hit. A lot of room on the left side. 3-2. And this one is sent for a ride out to right field, going over on its stone, and he will make the catch on the line drive at the warning track. Third time a ball has found the glove of Stone out in right, and that's the first out recorded in the top of the third.
Second baseman, number 1, Grady Mee.
Grady Mee staying at the bottom of the order for Game 2. He was 0 for 4 in Game 1 for the Broncos. First pitch breaker outside. Grady Mee, only Ohio native on the roster from Toledo. Watches the 1-0 fly outside. Switch hitting freshman. One of 2 switch hitters on the roster. 2-0 popped up left side, out of play. Only other switch hitter is Brendan Harity, who the RedHawks have not seen today. Two and 1, the pitch to Mee. In there for strike 2. Painting the black in the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Egbert fires, and that bounces in. Another full count, second in the inning. Three and 2, Egbert winds the pitch. And this one driven out into center field, racing back. McDonald camping now at the warning track, and that ball gets over his head and hops the wall for a ground rule double. McDonald stopped on it. He was in the right place, but he was shielding his eyes from the sun with his free hand. And that ball missed his glove by about a foot, landed on the warning track and bounced over. And he was lucky it did, because Mee was on his horse getting around second base. That could have been a disaster if that ball stayed in the yard. Could have turned into an inside the park home run. Instead, a ground rule double flips the lineup over. The first pitch misses low and away to Jackson Kitchen. So 7 straight Broncos retired, bookended by the first and last man in the order reaching base. Kitchen now up for the second time. Swing and a miss on the 1-0. And the 1-1 lifted up softly over to left field. Coming in, Zap slides in and makes the catch. Big play from Brian Zapp. That holds Grady Mee at second base. A huge play from the Red Hawk veteran out in left field, and that's the second out of the inning.
Number 2, the center fielder, Will Morrison.
Will Morrison now up to the plate with a runner on second, 2 gone. Flew out to center field his first time up. First pitch foul. Game 2 of our doubleheader. RedHawks will be back here for the final game of this quick homestand for the Nuxall Classic on Tuesday. It's the 0-1 outside for ball 1. Fake the back pick. Harrison holds it. Miami will take on the Xavier Musketeers on Tuesday at 6 p.m. The 1-1 breaking ball misses upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. There will also be a game that does not include the RedHawks here at McKee Field before that, 2 p.m. Wright State taking on Cincinnati in the first round of the Nuxall Classic. 2-1 is fought off and into the screen, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last year, RedHawks beat Wright State in the first round, Xavier beat Cincinnati, and the Musketeers beat the RedHawks to win the title. This rivalry with an ode to great baseball man from the area, Joe Nuxall. The 2-2, down low for ball 3. Miami will return to conference action next weekend. They'll be in Ypsilanti to take on the Eastern Michigan Eagles, who are currently heading up a doubleheader against Ohio. Lost game 1, 8-4. The 3-2, swing and a miss. Morrison goes down on the strikeout. That's the 5th, or 4th rather now, for Kenton Egbert. That retires the side in the top of the 3rd. To the bottom of the inning we go. No score between Western Michigan and Miami. You're watching Miami Baseball on Love and Honor Live. Bottom of the 3rd inning from McKee Field, 0-0 between Miami and Western Michigan. Cooper Weiss leading off for Miami in the inning. First pitch taken off speed down low for ball 1. Weiss tried to lay down a bunt to move over Brian Zapp his first time up. Zapp was on second. Weiss popped the bunt up. It was caught behind the plate by Budig. And again, he pops it up to the infield, and Budig once more going after this one. Tosses the mask aside and slides in foul territory on the knees to make the catch. 2 catcher pop-outs for Cooper Weiss in the game. David Novak now digging in. Hit by a pitch his first time up. Pitch that TrackMan said was 96 miles an hour that got him on the back. Off the end of the bat, he lifts this one, shallow right field. Mee coming back on it from second, called off by the right fielder Nevar, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Quick 1-2 gone for the RedHawks in the bottom of the third. Rylan Zaborowski now the batter.
Third baseman, Rylan Zaborowski.
So Zaborowski, who struck out looking his first time up, comes to the plate with the bases empty. First pitch to him outside for ball 1. Hitless overall today with 3 strikeouts. Has reached base twice across these 2 games on a hit by pitch and a walk, both coming in game 1. 1-0 misses away. Luke Thalen struggled with command a little bit. 2 walks and a hit by pitch in the first 2 innings. Swing and a miss from Zaborowski on the 2-0. Two balls, 1 strike. Zaborowski with the bat resting on the right shoulder. And we get a step off. 2-1 the pitch. And this one is driven out to deep left field. Kitchen going back at the wall, and that ball's gone. Rylan Zaborowski, home run number 11 on the year. And the RedHawks open the scoring in the bottom of the third, 1-0 off the solo shot. That ball was hit super high, but Zaborowski just muscling it out of the yard. And the RedHawks strike first to take their first lead of the day across both games. 1-0 Miami in the bottom of the third. Parker Lester now the batter. First pitch in there for strike 1. Lester struck out swinging to end the first inning. Now coming to the plate with the bases empty. Squares to bunt, puts it down the third base line, but it dribbles foul. 0-2 to Parker Lester. Trying to bunt that away from the shift. Western Michigan has moved pole side on him. 0-2, swing and a miss. Lester comes up empty. Down on strikes for the second time, and the inning is over. RedHawks get a run off the solo shot from Rylan Zaborowski. He sends it over the wall in left, and Miami leads 1-0. We head to the fourth. You're watching Love and Honor Live. One 0 Miami over Western Michigan, top of the fourth inning. And Kenton Egbert returns to the mound for the RedHawks as Miami strikes first in the bottom of the last inning. Rylan Zaborowski with a solo home run to put the RedHawks in front, 1-0. 90-mile-an-hour fastball to start the inning for Kenton Egbert. Strike 1 on Gavin Doyle, who struck out swinging in the first. 0-1 breaker, and Doyle swung over the top of it, 0-2. Pitch. taken into the netting. RedHawks softball, as we mentioned in Game 1, also in action against Western Michigan in a doubleheader. Miami took Game 1 of that one on the road in run rule fashion, 11-0 in 6 innings. 0-2 flies high. So RedHawks softball back up to 500 in conference play and looking to move over it with Game 2. 1-2. Breaking ball down to Doyle. Miami up 1-0 in the second game of that doubleheader from Kalamazoo, bottom of the first inning. Two-two count to Gavin Doyle. Egbert fires, and Doyle stays fighting. Count still the same, even at 2-2 to Doyle. The pitch, low for ball 3. 89 that time from Egbert. Egbert has given up 1 hit, just 2 base runners. Got the count full to Doyle, the 3-2. Grounded sharply over to short, waited on by Weisfields on the backhand, throws across to first, and it's in time, beating Doyle by a half step for out number 1. First ground out of the game for the Broncos. 1 out in the top of the 4th. Cade Sullivan now standing in. Breaking ball finds the outside, clipping the corner for strike 1. Sullivan, one of 4 strikeouts Kenton Egbert has so far in the game. 0-1 offering, up at shoulder height, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sullivan waiting at the back of the box for the 1-1 pitch, swinging upstairs, missing for strike 2. One-two offering, swing and a miss. Ball pops out of the glove of Harrison. It requires a throw to first, but he makes it no problem. 5th strikeout for Kenton Egbert. 2 gone now in the top of the 4th. Josh Swinehart up to the plate. First of back-to-back flyouts to right field to begin the 2nd inning, his last time to the plate. This one lifted up right side and out of play. One drops down low. Egbert loses the lid. One and one. And the pitch. Sliding away from the zone that time. 2 balls and 1 strike. Egbert winds, 2-1 pitch. In there, strike 2. Egbert can't seem to keep that hat on his head. Looking for another scoreless inning. And maybe strikeout number 6. 2-2 to Swinehart. That one skipped in, grass grazer. Another full count. Egbert's been good through 4 innings, but has had a number of full counts to deal with. He's been good on them, though. 3-2. Strike 3. Another full count strikeout for Kenton Egbert. and he's through 4 scoreless, 6 Ks on the day for the Miami right-hander. To the bottom of the 4th we go, 1-0 RedHawks from McKee Field. Zach McDonald, the leadoff hitter for Miami in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 RedHawks off the solo home run that came in the last inning from Rylan Zaborowski. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Luke Thalen back on the mound, has worked up to the mid-90s on the fastball. He fires in the 1-0 in on the hands. 2 balls, no strikes. McDonald walked his first time up. Thalen has walked 2, hit a batter, and given up 2 hits. 2-0, paints the low part of the zone for strike 1. Donald readying up the 2-1 pitch. Just low, sliding towards that outside corner. Thalen wanted it. McDonald ahead 3-1, the pitch. Low for ball 4. Zach McDonald with his second walk. Nate Stone, who popped out to the shortstop in shallow left center field his last time up, is at the plate. Righty on lefty matchup. Thalen working from the first base side of the mound, misses away on the first pitch. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Thalen nods. 1-1 hit on the ground. Fielded on the backhand by me. He throws to second and then on to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Me with great reaction out there on second base on a ball that was hit super hard on the ground and turned into a 4-6-3 to wipe the base pads clear for Tommy Harrison. Walked his first time up, first pitch swinging, nothing but air, strike 1. Oh, 1 offering. And that's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Harrison catching in game 2. 1-1 misses in. Infield has remained largely similar with how they're playing a good amount of left-handed hitters that have come up in this inning for Miami. 0-1, lifted up left side. This might stay in play, just going to get over on the roof of the hitting tunnels. Kitchen looked like he didn't see it super well off the bat or just knew right away it wasn't going to land in the field of play. Wasn't all the way over in foul territory when that ball landed. 2-2. Bounces in and hits Harrison off the bounce. So Harrison now reaches base on a walk and a hit by pitch. And that brings in Blake Buzzio. Runner on first, 2 outs. First pitch to Buzzio's yanked and gets away. Tommy Harrison gets over to second base. And the dugout riled up on the left side for Miami. And now we're going to see a visit from the pitching coach for Western. So Blake Buzzio, seeing a 1-0 count, now has a man in scoring position. RedHawks have just 2 hits on the day. Luke Thaden has hit 2 batters and walked 3 through 3 2/3. Infield meeting breaks up. Outfield playing deep. If Buzzio could find the grass, it would likely score a run. One-0 again yanked outside, and Harrison with a jogging path straight to third. So now it won't matter. Any sort of hit will score Harrison. Two outs. Buzzio in firm control of this at-bat might get something good to hit here at 2-0. Takes it for strike one. Two-one offering. Pushed up in the opposite field. Out of play on the right side into the bullpen for Western Michigan, where they've got DJ Thompson out there. Thompson pitched in game one. Buzzio hits this one right side. That drops for a base hit. Blake Buzzio comes through with the RBI single, his first batted in of the season. Brings in Tommy Harrison, flips the lineup over. Miami doubles their lead, 2-0 RedHawks. Good piece of opposite field hitting from Blake Buzzio. 2 strikes on him. Knocks in a run for the first time all year. Brian Zapp up, runner on first. Time is called as Sullivan goes to talk to his pitcher from first base. And the Miami dugout has gotten quite rowdy. Umpire was about to head out there to break up that meeting, but it dissolves on its own. Brian Zapp is 1 for 2 with a double. First pitch, outside for ball 1. Righty on lefty matchup. Zapp sent a double to the deepest place he could go in left field. 1-0 outside, ball 2. Ball landed right in the corner. Ahead 2-0 as Buzzio was in the last at bat. And this time it's zipped down low for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Zapp in command. The pitch. And he takes for strike 1. Fastball on the inside half of the plate. Made and set. Runner goes. This one hit really well out to right field. Nevar going back at the wall, adjusting. He makes the catch for out number 3 on the warning track. Another one, this time pull side for Brian Zapp. He's hit 2 to the warning track. First was a double, second one a fly out. RedHawks tack on another run, though, in the bottom of the 4th inning as Blake Buzzio's RBI single makes it 2-0 RedHawks. To the 5th we go from McKee Field. You're watching Miami Baseball on Love and Honor Live. 2-0 Miami leading over Western Michigan. A run in the 3rd and 4th. We are now here in inning number 5. Kenton Egbert back out onto the mound for Miami. He fires a first pitch outside for ball 1 to Jimmy Allen. Allen 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. Really tested the coverage of Nate Stone out in right field, hitting that ball to a place where Stone had to hustle to get to it. Not only bit shallower than Stone was playing, but also sent him more towards the line. Big swing that time on the 1-1. He goes down 1-2. Kenton Egbert has worked 4 scoreless innings with just 1 hit. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 7th strikeout for Kenton Egbert. 3 straight going back to the last inning.
Number 27, catcher Greg Budig.
That brings up Greg Budig. Miami looking to avoid the sweep here in game number 3 of this series. First pitch in for strike 1 to Greg Budig. Now the 0-1 offering, and this one sent sky high, shallow center. McDonald coming in, players converging. Buzzio was the one who played it, and he made the catch. Buzzio over his head that time, and he puts it away for out number 2.
Number 15, right fielder Dylan Nebar.
So that goes down as a pop out to second base, although it was hit to straightaway center. And for some reason, Buzzio was the one that ended up making a play on that ball, but he did his job. 3 on the right side of the infield for Dylan Nevar. Right in there for strike 1 on the first pitch from Egbert attacking the zone. Egbert winds for the 0-1. The pitch in. This one lined right side, caught by Lester for out number 3. Very quick work in the top of the 5th inning for Kenton Egbert. As for the 2nd straight inning, the Broncos go down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the 5th from McKee Field, 2-0 RedHawks. Cooper Weiss leading off in the bottom of the 5th inning for Miami. 2-0 RedHawks lead over Western Michigan. Luke Thalen back out onto the mound. First pitch slides and misses for ball 1. Bottom 5. Swing and a miss from Weiss for strike 1. Weiss 0 for 2 with 2 pop-outs to the catcher. One of them on a bunt, one of them swinging away. 1-1 taken into right center field, sailing away from the gap. That gives Nevar time to get over to it and make the catch. That ball straightened out, might have been a double for Cooper Weiss, but instead a fly out to right. Puts away the first out of the inning. David Novak now coming up to the plate for the RedHawks. Thalen from the stretch deals the first pitch low and in for ball 1. Novak flew out to right field his last time up. That was in the 3rd. Was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning. Misses low for ball 3. Red light has been on for RedHawks in these counts so far today. Same case for Novak. He takes strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. Yanked outside, ball 4. So Thalen has really struggled with the walks. That's now his 4th in as many innings in addition to the 2 batters he's hit. That brings up Rylan Zaborowski, who opened the scoring in this game with a solo home run in the 3rd. Zaborowski thought about taking a hack at that one, but lays off for ball 1. Started in the zone, finished away. 1-0, called strike 1 in the outside corner. One pitch. Fastball in there, strike 2. So Thalen has recovered a bit following the walk and has Zaborowski in a 1-2 count. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Zaborowski goes chasing that time. Quickly twisting the bat around, can't connect. He's now 1 for 3, has 2 strikeouts, 1 each way, surrounding the home run. Parker Lester coming up to the plate. First pitch down low for ball 1. Kenton Egbert has gotten through 5 innings and 79 pitches. Luke Thalen up to 91 now through 4 2/3. 1-0 to Lester, high and away. Lester with 2 strikeouts, 0 for 2 in this second game. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts on the day. Pair of walks in game 1. 2-0 pitch. Low for ball 3. Lester looking to work walk number 3 of the day. Lester has been an aggressive 3-0 swinger this season. But he is taking on that 3-0. Big wave that time, and Lester fans on it for strike 2. Full count, 2 outs. Novak will get a head start at first base. Pitch, outside, ball 4. So Lester tosses the bat aside. That's his first walk of game 2, 3rd of the day. And the inning remains alive with Zach McDonald coming in. In 2 plate appearances, McDonald has 2 walks. First and second, 2 gone. First pitch to McDonald. Bounced in. Throw down to second is close. But Novak is back in time. Big secondary lead, and not only was that a good stop by Budig, he got it in the glove and was able to get that out quickly, unloading to second. Kind of looked like it caught David Novak off guard a bit, but he did get back in time. 1-0 to McDonald. Swinging away. Misses for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped up and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes. RedHawks struggled early on in the first couple innings that were scoreless with stranding runners. Stranded a pair in each, trying to avoid doing the same here in the 5th. 1-2. Sky high, pop up, foul territory on the right side. Coming in, Sullivan from first. And he does make the catch as that one finds leather for out number 3. To the 6th inning we go. RedHawks can't tack on another, but they do lead 2-0. You're watching Love and Honor Live.
The second baseman, number 1.
Top of the 6th inning, Western Michigan and Miami meeting for the 3rd time this weekend. Broncos have taken the previous 2 to claim the series, but the RedHawks looking to avoid the sweep. On top, 2-0. Kenton Egbert returning to the mound. It's been a gem so far for the Miami right-hander. Just 1 hit, no runs, and 7 strikeouts. Has hit 1 batter, has not issued a walk. Grady Mee, who has the 1 hit off him, is up at the plate. Rolls that one over foul on the right side. Egbert with an ERA under 5. One of only 4 RedHawks that can say that. Last pitched went 8 innings against Bowling Green, giving up just 2 earned runs. 1-1 flies high. 2 balls, 1 strike. He's pitched pretty well in his last few outings, following a bit of a rough start in non-conference play. 2-1, clips the top part of the zone for strike 2. Egbert also much more efficient coming into this inning than the pitcher on the other side, Luke Thalen, but this one ripped up the middle. That's lined into center for a base hit. Grady Mee with the 2nd hit of the game for himself and 2nd for the Broncos as a team, both coming off his bat in the 9-hole. Leadoff man is aboard for just the 2nd time, the only other coming on the hit by pitch to lead off the game from Jackson Kitchen. And he's now at the plate. Zaborowski creeping in case of bunt. It is shown. (1-0) on the way. And this one hit on the ground over to short, fielded by Weiss. Backhand flip to second for one, and a jump throw onto first is late. But the RedHawks do get the lead runner on a very tough scoop from Cooper Weiss at short, who makes a nice play to get the lead. So me retired. Kitchen reaches for the second time, this time on a fielder's choice. First fielder's choice we've actually seen all day by either team across either game. One out, and Will Morrison coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2. First pitch up high for ball one. Turf has been very fast today. It's had a couple days to dry after the rain that came in on Friday. Everything hit to the middle infield has been turned. This one is crushed down the left field line, and that's into left field for a base hit. Around first, headed for second, Morrison. Around third, heading home and scoring easily, Grady Mee. And it's an RBI double. Beg your pardon, it was actually Kitchen that came in to score, but Morrison knocks in a run to cut the lead in half for the RedHawks. As the Broncos center fielder makes it 2-1. Ball that was hit just barely off the turf, not very high, but stung off the bat of Morrison. And he's into scoring position for a chance to maybe tie the game. Gavin Doyle now at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Good comeback pitch from Kenton Egbert, painting the black for strike one. Left side of the Miami infield is playing a little bit back. Right side a little closer. 0-1 bounces in. Harrison crouching. Will stop that one from going behind him. Egbert bouncing the leg as he gets ready for the 1-1. Two shuffle lead out there on second base. Big cut and a miss from Doyle. One and two with one gone. Top six. Righty has gotten started in the Miami bullpen. Swing and a miss on the 1-2. Doyle chases for his second strikeout. Number 8 for Kenton Egbert. And there's two gone in the top of the sixth. Cade Sullivan has struck out twice in this game. He digs into the right-handed box. Takes the first pitch low for ball one. Dogfight here in game number 3 of this series. Western Michigan trailing for the first time all weekend. 1-0 outside for ball two. Sullivan pops it up. Lester gonna take a couple steps over to it, but that is well beyond where he could play it. Two balls and a strike to Cade Sullivan. Josh Swinehart on deck for the Broncos. 3 down to 8 in the order have not reached base. Sullivan trying to change that as he takes ball 3. Egbert kicks and deals. Ball 4. First walk from Kenton Egbert. With the man in the bullpen maybe running out of gas here, and we are going to see a visit from the Miami dugout. So 2 outs, first and second for Western Michigan. This is the first time they've had more than one runner on base in an inning. Stranded the previous 2. 4 batters have reached base for the Broncos in the top of the 6th. Western Michigan's gotten it done offensively, but it's been their pitching that's helped them out the most. So they've only given up 3 runs this weekend, 2 of them in this game. Winning Friday's game in shutout fashion, or yesterday's game, I should say, in game 1 of the series. This game we're playing right now rescheduled from Friday, as that was supposed to be the series opener. Out of the mound visit, swing and a miss from Swinehart on the first offering. Egbert snaps it home, and the delivery is up high. One and one. Swinehart waves and misses. Now down 1 and 2. Egbert looking to put a cap on his 6th complete inning. Hanging the arm. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. Kenton Egbert gives up a run in the top of the 6th, but strands 2 and retains the Miami lead. Through 5.5 from McKee Field, 2-1 RedHawks over Broncos. You're watching Miami Baseball on Love and Honor Live. New arm on the mound for Western Michigan in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jake Gernon takes over for Luke Thalen, who goes 5 innings through 100 pitches. 2 runs, both earned off 3 hits, walked 5, struck out 4, hit 2. Gernon comes in to face the bottom of the Miami order. Nate Stone leading off, and he takes strike 1 at the top part of the zone. You see that snappy delivery from Gernon. Gernon making his 11th appearance out of the bullpen. 8.1 ERA, 1.7 whip. 10 innings pitched. Opponents hit .333 against him. 1-1, pulling the string. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nate Stone. Hitting leadoff. The pitch. Stone reaches for it. Taps it foul. One, two. High and away. So another right-hander on the mound. We saw Western load up on the lefties in the last game. 2-2, swing and a miss. Stone can't connect, and that's the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. And it comes by way of the strikeout. Tommy Harrison now coming in, and the first pitch is a fastball outside on the corner of the zone, called for strike 1. Gernon with just 4 strikeouts and 4 walks in 10 innings. It's been the extra bases that have kind of killed him a bit. 5 of them this season, including 2 home runs, 3 doubles. 2-1, outside for ball 3. Tommy Harrison does not have an at-bat yet in this game through 2 plate appearances, a walk and a hit by pitch. Scored a run in the 4th. And that's 3 straight for Harrison as he takes ball 4. Another free bag for the Miami catcher. Blake Buzzio up to the plate, delivered the punch that the RedHawks needed in the 4th, an RBI single that drove in Tommy Harrison. Harrison was on first when Buzzio started his at-bat, but 2 wild pitches moved him up to 3rd and allowed Buzzio to knock him in. It was Buzzio's first RBI of the season. Guy that's bounced in and out of the lineup. He's making his 7th start of the year today. Was just 1 for 15 coming in. Has his 2nd hit. Runner goes. Hit and run was on as that one is tapped foul on the 3rd base side. Buzzio clearly had to reach out away from his normal swing mechanics to get bat on ball there. One to Buzzio. Leaning away, ball 2. So Buzzio, he has walked 5 times and has been hit twice. So has been put on base for free more times than he has struck out this season. Two-1. Caught that one off the bat, but didn't get a whole lot of it. 2-2. Pitch to Buzzio. Bounced in. No chance for a strikeout there. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Buzzio, who's 1 for 2 up with a runner on first. Gernon fires. High for ball 4. Six walks now on the season for Blake Buzzio, as many as he has strikeouts. And it looks like Western's going to call the bullpen right away. So Gernon only gets to record 1 out. And it looks like we're going to see a new arm on the mound potentially. And indeed we are, as someone comes trotting out of the WMU pen. We'll let you know who it is. It is a righty. That coming when we come back. 1st and 2nd for the RedHawks with 1 out. New pitcher on the mound for the Broncos when we return on Love and Honor Live. New pitcher on the mound is Ryan Watt for Western Michigan, inheriting runners on first and second with one out, bottom of the sixth. Broncos cut the Miami lead in half in the top of the sixth inning, but the RedHawks are threatening for a response. Miami with just one run through the first two games of this series. They've got two now in the series finale. Ryan Watt last pitched against Iowa last weekend, did not record an out, and gave up 7 runs, 5 earned, off 6 hits. 16.5 ERA on the season and a whip of 3. Guy who's pitched just 6 innings this year through 8 appearances. First and second for Brian Zapp. Thought about laying the bunt down. Let it go for ball 1. Zapp at the top of the Miami order, so a tough spot for Watt to come into. Each team with 3 hits in this game, but the RedHawks with 1 more run. Ripped foul up the right side by Zapp. Free passes have been the difference in the game. RedHawks have not dealt out a whole lot of them. Just 1 walk and 1 hit batter by Kenton Egbert for Western Michigan. 7 walks and 2 hit batters. Zapp ahead 2-1. Watt takes a long look at second before dealing home. This one fisted, popped up left side of the infield. And Doyle puts it away for the out. Infield fly, it looked like, was in effect. So, 2 outs, first and second. Cooper Weiss at the plate. He's had a rough game, but the RedHawks could really use his bat right here. First pitch popped foul. Weiss, 2 pop outs to the catcher, 1 fly out to right field. That came in his most recent at bat. 0-1. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 after a long break. And Weiss hits this one on the ground left side to Hopper to Doyle. He goes to second and gets the lead force out for out number 3. Weiss reaching on the fielder's choice, but the RedHawks can't get a run across in the bottom of the 6th inning. We head to the 7th. Final 3 innings on the way. RedHawks on top, 2-1. Patrick Mastrian takes over in relief, top of the 7th from McKee Field. Kenton Egbert, final line, 101 pitches, 6 complete innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Really strong outing for the Miami right-hander from nearby Tip City. In the top of the 7th, Western Michigan, after going 5 scoreless, coming off their first run of the game coming in the last inning. They've got Jimmy Allen, Greg Budig, and Dylan Nevar due up to face Patrick Mastrian. Mastrian coming into the game, former Michigan Wolverine a couple of years ago, 8.18 ERA on the season, 1.82 whip. 8th appearance out of the bullpen, 11 innings, 8 walks, 18 strikeouts. We're going to shut the door on game number 3 for Miami. Just get a couple innings out of Mastrian potentially. Mastrian pitched last weekend and in the midweek, went 1 inning in each of those games, did not give up an earned run in either appearance. First pitch to Jimmy Allen, flies outside for ball 1. Mastrian exclusively from the stretch. 1-0 gets away for ball 2. RedHawks in this game have stranded 9 runners. It's a game that really has not felt as close as the score and even as the hits would indicate. 2-0 called strike 1. Really feels like the RedHawks have been in the driver's seat of this game, but now they bring in a new pitcher with a guy who's been stellar coming off the mound. And it's just a 1-run game. 2-1 in there for strike 2. Mastrian bouncing the left heel. 2-2, strike 3. So a bit of a half swing there from Jimmy Allen as he goes down on strikes for the 2nd time. 10th strikeout for the Miami pitching. Ruled a looking strikeout. That brings up Greg Budig. Pitch missing just below the zone for ball 1. 90 miles an hour that time for Mastrian. Now the 1-0, and this one lined up the middle base hit. Into left center field, fielded by McDonald. Western Michigan brings the tying run aboard. Greg Budig with his first hit of the game. After a phenomenal performance in game 1, he's now 1 for 3 in the 2nd game. Dylan Nevar up, 0 for 2 on the day thus far, lined out to first base to end the 5th, his last time up. Harrison stabs at the first pitch ball. One-0. Low, 2 balls, no strikes. Mastrian, redshirt sophomore out of Indianapolis, misses outside on the 2-0. .6', 205. Bishop Chatterd High School. As mentioned, played his freshman year with a red shirt at the University of Michigan. 4-pitch walk dealt out to Dylan Nevar. And the Broncos in business here. And they've got their hottest bat of the game up to the plate. Dylan Mee is 2 for 2. And up in a big spot here in the late innings. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Masterin. Oh, 1, breaking ball outside. 75 miles an hour from Masterin. 1 ball and 1 strike to Grady Mee. 150 hitter. 2-2, lifted up left side. And it drops in the field of play, but foul. Brian Zapp was playing a little more towards left center. Not a great chance for Zapp to get to that ball. That landed just inches away from the hitting tunnels. Zapp would have had to go the full distance to get there. Not enough air underneath that ball. Count 1-2. The pitch. Hit in a similar spot. Again, Zapp giving chase. This time he got a better jump over to it. Zapp reaching up, and he makes the catch. Did he? No, he dropped it. That might have also hit off the side of the hitting tunnel. And so Mee, who had taken a couple steps back toward the dugout, has another chance at 1-2. 1-2 pitch, up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First and second, 1 out. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Mastrian gets Mee to chase outside the zone. Pitch was outside. That's out number 2. Flips the lineup back to the top of the order for Jackson Kitchen. 0 for 2, but reached on a fielder's choices last time up and scored the only Bronco run. First pitch over the outside half for strike 1. RedHawks have a lefty in the bullpen getting ready. Looks like a little double barrel action as well. 0-1, popped up, third base side. Zaborowski hustles after it, but not enough room to get to that ball. Kitchen down 0-2. Righty on lefty matchup. Astrian, right-hander coming out of the mound, replacing another right-hander in Kenton Egbert. 0-2 pitch. Fought off. Defended well by Kitchen. 0-2 still. Mastrian set below the belt. Swing and a miss on the 0-2. 3 strikeouts out of the bullpen for Patrick Mastrian, despite the 2 base runners. He gets out of this 7th inning, and it's time to stretch here in Game 2 in Oxford. Miami on top by 1, a chance to add on some insurance when we come back. You're watching Love and Honor Live. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2-1. Miami leads over Western Michigan. David Novak up for the 4th time in the game. He's been hit, he's walked, flown out to right. Facing off against Ryan Watt, who returns to the mound to start an inning for the first time for Western Michigan. Came in out of emergency necessity, or Jake Gernon, who went just a third of an inning to kick off the 6th, but got out of the jam after Gernon put 2 guys on with a pair of walks. Did not give up a run. He's fallen behind here on Novak 2-0. The pitch, low for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. High for ball 4. So Novak with 4 plate appearances. 3 of them have been either walks or hit by pitches. Rylan Zaborowski up to the plate. Was very frustrated last time he headed back to the dugout following a strikeout, but is 1 for 3 with a home run. Got things started for the RedHawks in the bottom of the 3rd. Runner on first, nobody out. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it back. Zaborowski stood up in the righty box, watches that one fly outside. One ball, one strike to the Miami power hitter. The pitch, breaking ball in on the hands. Zaborowski might have had to move his bat out of the way of that one. 2-1. And the pitch. Low for ball 3. Big league take by Zaborowski. 3-1. Off the end of the bat, sent high and deep to right center field. That ball back in, it's down on the warning track. Past a jumping Morrison in center. Wave sign being given to Novak. Here's the throw home, and it is late. Novak scores, and it's an RBI triple for Rylan Zaborowski. Zaborowski lost the helmet. RedHawks hustling on the base paths. And the RedHawks re-extend the lead out to 2 as it's now 3-1. Much needed, and now plenty of time in the inning with still nobody out to get another insurance run home. But the RedHawks are going to face a new pitcher in doing so. Parker Lester coming to the plate. Lefty taking the mound for Western Michigan when we come back. RedHawks make it 3-1. Another RBI from Rylan Zaborowski. You're watching Miami Baseball on Love and Honor Live. For the second time today, Joe Shapiro going to take the mound for Western Michigan in relief through 7 pitches in the first game, en route to a clean inning in the 7th, which he retired the RedHawks 1-2-3. RBI triple just before the break from Rylan Zaborowski, brought in David Novak and gave the RedHawks a much-needed insurance run as they answered to a Western Michigan run put up in the top of the 6th to re-extend the lead out to 2. And with still nobody out in the inning, Parker Lester coming to the plate in an RBI opportunity, and the infield coming in for Western Michigan. 3 guys on the right side of the infield initially, and now Allen going to be waved back to the left side of the second base bag. First pitch to Lester. He goes swinging and lifts it high in the air out to left center field, going back on it Kitchen, and he will make the catch at the warning track. Job done by Parker Lester. Zaborowski will score easily. So really good job there by Parker Lester. Just quick and easy to bring that run in. Second run of the inning for the RedHawks. Base is now empty. Miami leading 4-1. Zach McDonald at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Popped out to first base his last time up. Prior to that, a pair of walks. Outside for ball 1 on the first pitch. So Joe Shapiro comes in to replace Ryan Watt. First lefty out there on the mound for Western Michigan. Maybe trying to pair up a bit with Parker Lester. See if Shapiro could get a quick out against a left-handed hitter. But did not work out well. McDonald ahead 2-0. Breaking ball high for ball 3. It's been walk city for the RedHawks here in game 2. 8 of them issued by this Broncos pitching staff. 2 hit batters in addition. Ball 4. 4 plate appearances, 3 walks for Zach McDonald. And with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, Nate Stone coming up to the plate. He is the only RedHawk in the order to not reach base, but now actually it looks like they're going to pinch hit for him. And they're going to bring in Thom Magliocca. So with a lefty on the mound, Magliocca up to the plate. Got the start in game 1 against left-handed pitching. Then was subbed out for Nate Stone in the 9th. Prior to that, he was 0 for 3. Magliocca takes a first pitch strike on the top part of the zone. Long look at first, the 0-1 offering on the way. And Shapiro can't fit it in the back door. One. Fastball in for strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. RedHawks already have 2 runs in the inning. 1-2 sent foul right side. Still 1-2 to Magliocca. Runner on the go, and that pitch falls low. No throw to second base as McDonald slides in head first. So another RBI opportunity now presents itself. Long look at second from Shapiro. 2-2, swing and a miss. Magliocca was not expecting a 76-mile-an-hour breaking ball. He goes down swinging. And that's the second out of the inning. Tommy Harrison up to the plate. No at-bats yet on 3 plate appearances. Walk, hit by pitch, walk so far. Each team with 4 hits. Good first pitch from Shapiro. Clipped the inside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 nearly hits the leg of Harrison. Just evades him. Ball and a strike. One. On the outside corner, called strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Harrison has already scored a run in this game. The pitch dives in the dirt. 2-2. Zach McDonald standing on second. The 2-2 pitch outside for ball 3. So Shapiro playing with his food here, had Harrison down in the count, and now it's full. And the 3-2 is in for ball 4. So Harrison gives a nod to the dugout. He's now walked 3 times and been hit, and the umpire very adamant about the Western Michigan dugout. And now we're going to see a visit out on the mound from Billy Gernon. Umpire screaming at the Western Michigan dugout. But everyone returns to their posts. And now 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Blake Buzzio. Buzzio takes the first pitch in for ball 1. So don't think anyone got thrown out there, but Harrison, who gave a little bat flip on the walk, drew some jeers from the Western Michigan dugout. Really nice backdoor breaking ball that time from Shapiro. RedHawks looking for more, already with 2 runs in the inning. 1-1 to Buzzio. And this one hit on the ground. One hopper over to short, flipped by Allen over to me at second base. And he steps on the bag for out number 3. RedHawks tack on 2 more. Lead gets a little more comfortable at 4-1. We head to the 8th. You're watching Love and Honor Live. Patrick Masterin retakes the mound for Miami. He's got a little more comfortable of a lead to work with now at 4-1 as the RedHawks put 2 on the board in the bottom of the 7th inning. RBI triple from Rylan Zaborowski that brought in David Novak. Zaborowski has had a heck of a day, 2 for 4 with a home run and an RBI triple. Zaborowski was promptly brought in on the first pitch to Parker Lester, who was right behind him, who hit a sac fly to the warning track. And we head to the 8th with Miami on top by 3. Patrick Mastrian back out onto the mound. He'll face the 2-3-4 hitters in the Western Michigan order. Will Morrison up at the plate, doubled his last time up, 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch clips the inside corner for strike 1. Those 2 runs in the last inning go to Ryan Watt. Mastrian attacking the zone here ahead 0-2. So Watt with 2/3 of an inning gives up 2 runs off just 1 hit, 2 walks and a strikeout. 0-2 for Mastrian. And the appeal to first says the swing went around for Morrison, and that's strike 3. That ball got awfully close to hitting him and just kind of flinched and brought that bat around, and that's the first out at the top of the 8th. Now the batter, Gavin Doyle. Takes a first pitch strike over the outside half. Patrick Mastrian looking mighty comfortable here in inning number 8. It's his second inning of work. 0-1, just falling low. Doyle gave serious thought to it. One. This one hit hard over to short, stopped by Weiss, throws a long way, in plenty of time to Lester. Weiss has been a wall out there at short today. 2 gone in the top of the 8th.
36, Cade Sullivan.
Base is empty for Cade Sullivan. Reached bases last time up on a walk. Before that, he was 0 for 2. A couple of swinging strikeouts. This is his second time, or rather first time facing Patrick Mastrian. Last time he came up, he walked. It was in the 6th against Kenton Egbert. And he goes down 0-2. Mastrian set on the bump. Lifted up, right side, towards the line. Coming over on it, the catch is made by Magliacca for out number 3. Patrick Mastrian dealing. He goes 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th, and Miami with one final chance to tack on some insurance before they attempt to slam the door in the 9th. 4-1 RedHawks to the bottom of the 8th on Love and Honor Live. Bottom of the 8th from McKee Field. Miami looking to get their first win of the weekend over Western Michigan in the series finale, on top 4-1 after 2 insurance runs came in the last inning. Patrick Mastrian with 2 solid innings of relief for the RedHawks. It's been a strong pitching performance from Miami in this game. New arm on the mound for Western Michigan. They pull their DH out of the dugout and throw him on the bump. Josh Swinehart is into the game in relief of Joe Shapiro. Shapiro walked 2, struck out 1 through 20 pitches in 1 inning of work. The runs that came in while he was pitching, or the run, I should say, was not credited to him as it was an inherited runner. Brian Zapp leading off for the RedHawks. The first pitch comes in on him for ball 1. Velocity up above 90 for Josh Swinehart. The 1-0 finds the outside corner. Swinehart, 10.13 ERA on the season, 7th appearance, all in relief, 5 1/3 innings pitched. 1-1 down and in. He's given up 10 hits, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. Last pitched 1 2/3 against Iowa. 2-1 misses away. This is just the second conference game he's appeared in. Pitched 1/3 of an inning against Ball State. Walked 2, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and he walked Brian Zapp. So Zapp, who was 1 for 4 going into that at-bat, aboard for the second time in the game. Cooper Weiss up to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. That ended the 6th inning. First pitch bounces, fielded off the short hop by Budig behind the plate. Budig's been an Iron Man back there for Western Michigan. On pace to catch 17 innings. 1-0. Called strike 1. Each team with 4 hits. Snappy pickoff move there to first, but Zapp back in time. 11 walks given out, though, by the Western Michigan pitching staff to just 2 for Miami. Kenton Egbert hit 1 batter. Western Michigan pitching has hit 2. 13 free bases for the Broncos here in Game 3 of this series. Complete difference from a couple of gems pitched. This one is punched out to right field by Weiss. Back to the warning track. Never looks to be under it and is. Zapp has to come the full 90 feet back to first base. Hit and run was on. Cooper Weiss got a good piece of it, but for the second time is retired on a fly out to right. David Novak up to the plate, 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Scored a run in the last inning. Another pickoff. Zapp hopping around on first base. Made a break towards second on that last hit and run. First pitch to Novak. Down and away for ball 1. (1-0) sent high, left center field. Morrison floating into the gap to it and makes the catch as that one carried all the way out near the warning track. Caught for out number 2. So Rylan Zaborowski now up to the plate with a runner on first, 2 away. Zaborowski 2 for 4 in the game. 2 strikeouts, but most importantly, a home run and an RBI triple. Has either batted in or scored 3 out of Miami's 4 runs. Zaborowski takes ball 1. For Western Michigan in the top of the 9th, it will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up, and Swinehart, who's actually on the mound, would be slated to hit in that 9 spot if he was to still come to the plate. One-0 outside. Brings Budig out of his stance, but he won't throw over to first. So Zaborowski ahead 2-0. The pitch up high for ball 3. Called strike 1 in the outside corner. Another 3-0 red light for the RedHawks. 3-1 pitch. It's flared up and out of play. Count full to Rylan Zaborowski. If the RedHawks don't get another run, it would be a safe situation. Zap with the head start, ball 4. No chance for Zaborowski to chase. That one missed up badly. It brings up Parker Lester, and we're going to get another mound visit for Western Michigan. Pitching coach looking down to the bullpen. And so we may see a substitution here, and we are going to see a new pitcher on the mound for the Broncos. So Swinehart exits, new man in, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and the RedHawks have runners on first and second. Back in a moment on Love and Honor Live. Mike Kelly taking over on the mound for Western Michigan. Parker Lester to the plate. Bottom 8, 2 outs. First and second for the RedHawks. Lester hit a sac fly that brought in a run his last time up in the last inning. Facing off against the lefty Mike Kelly, looking to get the last out for Western Michigan. Misses badly on the first pitch. Kelly has appeared in 2 games and has not recorded an out. missing 2-0. 4 walks, 7 runs allowed, and 3 hits. The throwback got away from him. His 2 appearances came against Northern Kentucky and Presbyterian. It has been 26 days since he last pitched in a game. Runners go, and the throw down to third is in plenty of time for out number 3. That was a ball up for ball 3. RedHawks could have loaded the bases, but instead it will be the end of the 8th inning. To the 9th we go. Safe situation coming up. Patrick Mastrian looking to close things out. You're watching Love and Honor Live. Josh Swinehart leading off for Western Michigan. They caught Brian Zapp stealing in the bottom of the 8th and are down to their final 3 outs, trailing by 3. They make a last-ditch effort to sweep this series. Mastrian back on the mound. This first pitch is poked over to second base, fielded on the backhand. Buzzio goes to first and finds Lester for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Good start for Patrick Mastrian here in the 9th, who has looked better and better as his outing has gone along. 4 strikeouts so far through 2 1/3, and went 1-2-3 in the 8th against the 2-3-4 hitters. First pitch comes in on Jimmy Allen. RedHawk middle infielders playing on the grass. 1-0, right over the heart of the plate. There's strike 1. Allen is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Western Michigan today has not made a single substitution. They continue to ride with their starting 9. Four hits for the Broncos. Allen ahead 2-1. The pitch. Skied out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mastrian nods the pitch. Up high for ball 3. Western Michigan's got a decent part of the order coming up with 3 guys who have all reached base. Allen looking to get it started. 3-2. Fought off the end of the bat. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch popped up right side of the infield. Buzzio shielding his eyes with his free hand, and he's there for out number 2. Broncos down to their final out. Greg Budig with the game on his bat. 1 for 3 with a single coming in his most recent at-bat in the 7th. Patrick Mastrian has retired the last 8. Fouls the first pitch off himself. Nothing in 1. The pitch. That slides in there for strike 2. Beauty there for Mastrian. And he's got the Broncos backs against the wall down to their final strike. Mastrian comes set. The pitch. In there, strike 3. Mastrian goes 1-2-3 over the final 2 innings. And the ball game is over. RedHawks avoid the sweep and pick up the win in game number 3. 4-1 is your final score in this one as the RedHawks improve to 4-8 in Mid-American Conference play. Western Michigan falls to 4-5. Winning pitcher in this one for Miami, Kenton Egbert, went 6 innings, gave up just 1 run. And the losing pitcher, Luke Thalen, the starter for Western Michigan. Save goes to Patrick Mastrian for Miami. And the RedHawks take 1 from the Broncos here in this weekend set. RedHawks will be back in action on Tuesday. They will take on the Xavier Musketeers in game number 1 of the Joe Nuxall Classic. First pitch from McKee Field in that one at 6 o'clock, and we hope you will tune in then. So, for our entire crew here at Love and Honor Live, thank you so much for tuning in all weekend. RedHawks take the series finale. 4-1 is your final score. Luke Westpoli saying so long and good evening from Oxford.